for us, it's a great day for McNeese Athletics and McNeese University and Southwest Louisiana. I couldn't be happier with the guys that we were able to attract here. All 6 guys that we targeted, we were able to bring in, and I really want to give them all the credit to my staff. They did just a phenomenal job. They worked extremely hard all year and evaluated and tracked these guys and all year. So it was a great day for us, and now we're just, I'm really excited about getting those guys here and the key, returners, and getting them all here in the summer and get started.
You mentioned yesterday, and you filled all your needs with these guys.
Yeah.
Just kind of talk on that a little bit.
Well, I think that we obviously had some real deficiencies from our team last year. I mean, obviously, our 3-point shooting. I think we were 339 out of 351 and made threes. Our turnover margin. I want to say it was 316 out of 351. So those are some areas we really wanted to address, and I think the perimeter guys that we were able to sign really address those needs. All of our perimeter guys that we signed, can do 3 things, and they can dribble, pass, and shoot, and they have the ability to make everyone around them better. And the other deficiency I thought we really had was just some interior toughness and bulk, and I think that obviously signing Truman more, really fits that need that we had, and I couldn't be excited about all 6 of the guys that we signed.
And then there's no secret that this league, to be successful in this league, stronger type guards, like you really got those.
For sure, I think that you obviously go through the 2 high school kids, and I'm really excited about the 2 kids that we signed out of Texas. We've made I-10 and Texas a huge priority for us, and to get those 2 young men, those guys are guys we really tracked all year. And you look at Colin Warren; he was up for the Guy V. Lewis Award for the best player in the city of Houston. We beat a lot of people on him, and to have him, just the physical tools that he brings, he's big, strong, can score the ball 3 different ways. He'll be able to be a multi-purpose defender. Colin has a chance to have a really, really special career here over the next 4 years. And you look at Evan. Evan Palmquist is a young man that I really fell in love with. The more and more I watched him and our staff watched him, he's a 6'3", 6'4". Legit point guard that is just getting better and better. The thing that impressed me with Evan is that I think his IQ and his skill level are really advanced for his age. His dad actually grew from the time he got to college. He was about 6'4", and then when he finished college was 6'9". So I think Evan's got a little growth spurt left in him. But both of those kids are really, really good high school kids that are going to be in this program and develop the next 4 years, and couldn't be happier with them. Leandre Washington's a young man, again, that I thought we really needed a point guard who's kind of been there and done it. Leandre is a tough New Jersey point guard. He's played at a high level all the way through high school. He's played high level AAU, went to Robert Morris, played over 20 minutes a game as a freshman, averaged I think 9 points a game as a freshman. Went to Barton Community College last year, was all league there, averaged 17 or something a game. Again, the thing I like about Leandre is he made 63s at 37 or 38%. So he's another guy that can get in the lane, but he can also shoot it, and he's played that position. I look at Drew Cuxhausen as a kid that we tracked all year. I think Drew is as good of a shooter as there is in the country. I think he made the 5th most threes in the country at 119 at 51%. There's obviously, I read it off, there's one thing that we really needed was guys that can shoot the ball and stretch defenses, especially with Roydell and Sham coming back. So I think Drew has an unbelievable skill set. The ball comes off his hand as good as anyone I've seen. He can really shoot it, great kid. So we're looking for him to obviously come in and make a huge impact. Sam Baker is another young man that, we followed Sam all summer. And when he left North Dakota, we were recruiting him there, went to Northwest Florida, had an unbelievable freshman year. Again, another guy that's put up huge numbers. He had, I think, 20 points a game and made 125 threes at 40% So, he's really capable, played on a really, really loaded team at Northwest in Florida this year, which was the #1 team in the country for a long time. And again, big guard, they can guard multiple positions, play multiple positions. So I'm excited about all these guys. And then obviously Big Truman is a young man that I've known personally for quite a while because of my time at BYU. And I thought that this team and this program needed a level of toughness and grit to him in the post. And Truman is that. You know, he's a 6'9", 235-pound kid. Comes here with 3 years of eligibility. He's older. He served a Mormon mission. He's actually going to be married on May 18th. So he brings a level of maturity and toughness to our team that I thought we really needed. And I couldn't be happier. You know, you look at, again, the two high school kids, Evan and Colin. You look at Sam, Leandre, and Drew, and then obviously the big fella Truman. You know, I couldn't be happier with where we're at. And you add them to the young man we signed earlier from, again, another kid that played in Texas the last 2 years, Chris Orlina from South Plains. I mean, I'm really excited about our group. I'm really excited about our recruiting class. I think, you know, this is the first full class that we've had since I've been here. And it's the first full class we've had since this arena has been finished. And that obviously played a huge role. And I couldn't be happier.
With all 7 signings, 5 of them at the junior college level, 2 from high school. I guess just what went behind the philosophy of leaning so much more to junior college?
Well, I think, you know, Truman obviously has 3 years of eligibility. You know, and I think that, you know, we signed 2 really good high school kids. But, you know, I think that, you know, we wanted to obviously come in here and we needed to fill some deficiencies that we had. You know, our ability to shoot the 3, our ability to, you know, take care of the basketball. And, you know, for us, you know, you look all across the country, recruiting is changes every year. And, you know, we tried to get the best players that we could to come into our program to not only help us on the floor, but also enhance our culture. And I think that's the biggest thing with these guys. They're all really good students. They're all really good basketball players. They're good people, and they're going to really enhance our culture.
I know it's kind of early to tell, but you know, once you get all these guys on campus and with the guys coming back like Wardell and Sham, how do you think you'll be able to match up against those more physical teams? I know a lot of them gave you problems in the conference, but once they gel, how do you think they'll be able to match up next season?
I'm excited. I mean, I think that, you know, again, we obviously going through the league has really kind of helped us and helped me realize what kind of players and things like that we need to have. But, you know, when you add those guys, and then, you know, we had obviously A.J. Lawson sitting out, transferred from North Texas, who's eligible now. Jeremy Harrell was another big kid that we had come sitting out. Our team will look completely different. It'll feel completely different, and it needs to be different. So I'm excited about where we're at. I think that this recruiting class will allow us not only to take a huge step forward next year, but also into the years ahead.
I believe you were able to since you've gotten here, I believe in these 2 off seasons you've been able to overturn the roster completely. So I believe every guy on the roster now will be guys that you recruited and brought in. I guess was that your plan? Did you have a timeline on how long you wanted that to happen? How were you able to do that in this span of time?
Well, you know, it's always different. You know, when I was at, you know, other places I've been as a head coach, you know, you inherit guys that have been, you know, in the program for a year, and then you had them for the next 2 or 3 years. And it just worked out that this year, you know, the majority of the kids that we had were seniors. You know, you look at Jaron and James and AJ were seniors. So, you know, I'm excited about our group. Obviously, the guys that we recruited are excited about the vision that we have, the things that we were able to have in place. Again, I credit my staff first and foremost. I think they did a phenomenal job. And the other thing that I'm going to give a lot of credit to is the administration here. And I say that all the time, but you know, Dr. Burkell, Bruce, I mean, those guys have been phenomenal all the way through. You know, to have a facility like this, to have honest conversations about them and what's going on in the recruiting world, you know, the things that continue to enhance and grow the program, those guys have been phenomenal. And I wouldn't be here, and these kids wouldn't have signed up here without everyone's support, my staff and my administration.
I know this is kind of it's going to be the tough side of recruiting. I know I won't mention the specific, but a player who was committed to you guys, I guess he was, I guess for lack of a better term, pushed out for another player. What if any effect do you think that could have on your recruiting in that area?
Well, I'll just say this: I'm not going to spend time, talking about players that haven't signed in LIs or not in the program. I love the group that we signed. I love the group that we have coming in and the mix that we have. And we've spent a lot of time recruiting the I-10 corridor, recruiting Texas. I think that that in Louisiana and the neighboring states are areas that we've put a lot of focus on. And we're recruiting really well in those areas. And I look forward to continuing to do that.
Coach, you got 5 guards you went out and recruited, brought in the program. Is that looking for improvement in your turnover ratio and ball handling coming down the floor next year?
Well, I think, Ron, that we obviously, we have some, a couple kids coming back that have been in the program, but we obviously, our guard play needed to get better. Our ability to take care of the basketball. I mean, you can't be, 339 in made threes and 316 in the country in turnover margin and think you're going to win basketball games at this level. So we really put a premium on guys that, again, fit our culture and fit where we're trying to go. They're serious about school, but also that have a certain skill set and a certain size about them. And when you look at Evan and Colin in particular, Colin 6'3", Evan 6'3", 6'4", those guys are going to end up, big, strong guards in this program for a long time. And you look at the junior college kids we got. I mean, Sam's a big kid. Drew isn't very tall, but he's a big, stocky kid. And Leandre's played at a high level. So I think that the combination of those guys, really kind of set us up for not only right now, but the future. And I think that in recruiting, in building a program, you always have to balance and reconcile short-term needs and long-term goals. And I think that this class has really shown that what we're trying to do here. Obviously, short-term needs, but also long-term goals. And I'm excited about the guards we were able to bring in the program. And we're obviously looking to be a lot better. Like I said earlier, this team will look a lot different. It will feel a lot different, and I'm excited about that.
Anything else? All right, Coach.